Do any of you use a web interface to manage your switches? I'm really hoping that the answer is no. No. This should be a no. Don't use it. But let me show it to you anyways, because you get so little exposure that sometimes it's tough to visualize what we're talking about. Let me go to PC1, and PC1 is one of our PCs. It has connectivity to DSW1, and I'll ping just to make sure that I can get there. That's an IP address on DSW1. We'll break open our web interface. We'll go there. 10.1.1.1. Great. Oh, I don't have a username configured. So let's build one so you see what it takes to set this up. What it takes to set this up, and I've already done HTTP server, but I also need a username. So we'll do Dan for myself, secret Cisco, and then I'll give myself a privilege level of 15, which will match what this connection is expecting, right? It says level 15 access, which is privilege mode, okay? So we'll go back and bake in privilege level of 15, and we'll give that a whirl, see if we can get ourselves in. Okay, might need yeah, that looks good. I don't think I'm typoing anything, so I'm going to do enable secret. Also, devices generally don't like it if you don't have enable secret, and that was the kicker. So now we can get access. So you could do web console, and I don't have the HTTP files because I don't transfer those. Those aren't a big deal. But you can see that it is possible to set up a web interface. Now, I connected over port 80, so that's really bad. It's really bad. If you do have to use this, don't do it this way. Instead, do no IP HTTP server, and then IP HTTP secure server, just like what you would do on a router. And you're going to use a self-signed certificate. Fine. Now, let me go back. I've turned off the port 80 server. Now I'm on the 443 HTTPS server. Let's go back there, see if we can, well, let's refresh this. Go back to the same IP address. I shouldn't connect. But if I change that over to an S, yelling at the certificate, but you can see it's a little bit different, right? It's a little bit different. Dan, my password of Cisco, and I can still get there. This is much preferred because now things like your login credentials are not relayed in clear text. So let's go back to our slide and make sure that we understand. Disable it, but if you must, use secure server instead, and that'll get you to a much better place. Generally speaking, though, you should not, in my opinion, be managing, and this agrees with Cisco, you should not be managing your Catalyst switches with a web interface.